Here at Gorgeous for Tina Center. And off we go. Bengat Dak wins the tip. Barrington, Ronchik joined the starting five for Tab Boyle.
Well, you could see on this first possession for Houston as Tugler swarms to the basketball and gets the block.
Wednesday.
But the key in that, Johnson and Hargress both took care of the basketball at a high level. They only had two in between them. And then a great flash right there by
Dak at 7 feet, kicked it out for Hargress. A paint touch, and Johnson knocks down a three.
How about the patience by the Buffalo?
And kicks it out for Milos Uzan.
There's a big concern for Coach Boyle when we talked to him pregame.
Uzan on the drive on Johnson.
And they make you pay.
Hargress took it back. Bengat Dak stays patient, scores it and a foul. Taft, you're coming to the bench. Sacco checks in to replace Tugler.
And especially this season.
A couple weekends ago, they really liked his defense against A.J. Dibatsa. Here's Ronchik underneath, and he lays it in. What a...
They know that Houston's going to blitz these ball screens, and they took away the help side defender there. That's why Ronchik was wide open. And there you see Uzan with the answer. 5-man at the top of the key, and then getting into their cutting and screening action.
Sinak flash, and he gets the roll. 6'11" freshman.
Unlike anybody else really in the country in these times with the portal.
Tough shot there for Sharp, wouldn't go. And then Chase McCarty at the line. High effort Richard freshman, played a lot Monday at Kansas.
So crazy story, Chase in Israel, and I was teammates with his dad, Kelly McCarty. And Kelly was like just a great person. Obviously, stay tuned, we will get to them later.
If that doesn't keep you around, I don't know what will. Including this guy, Isaiah Johnson, who hits a second three. But on Josiah Sanders. Uzan got to the logo, and it rolls off. Sacco, another offensive rebound and stick back. We had dudes basically tackling each other on the practice court. 5 offensive rebounds already. Johnson kept it alive and scores it.
For a young man to get the workout with literally the best point guards in the country. Sweet pass from there by Sharp to Sacco. But
Houston down 4. Flemings. Uzan. Got it.
And when I say that, that means they're making extremely quick decisions with the ball once they get it, whether to pass, dribble, or shoot.
Hargress, it's Arizona last weekend. Flemings the find. Sacco rips it away and scores it.
I think it was Nate Tomlinson.
I think so too. 8-0 run for Houston now, ahead by 3. Fleming so dynamic, kicked it out for Uzan. No, fake, can't hit. McCarty, another tip out. That's 7 offensive rebounds. Sinak pays it off. Out. All Houston right now. Colorado needs to stop. Fleming's head of steam. Can't stop that.
You know, early in the week. But he says it gets more magnified, and why he's not overreacting.
Isaiah Johnson pulls it out. And now Ronchik. Fleming's defending him. Ronchik gets fouled.
22 threes the other night. They are a machine from behind the three-point line. Florida, Boogie Flan, Zabe, best to ever do it in college basketball. You hate to see that rivalry going away.
3 no dice for Ian. Fleming's transition. Sacco! Defense recently. Holland, a baseline drive on Mercy Miller. Jarred it free. And Milos Uzan's had a great first half. 11 points, 4 of 6 shooting, and a fine for Sinak.
Goosebumps as like coaching. That was so sweet.
Miller's had a bigger role this year off the bench. Fleming's all the way to the cup. 14:34 remaining from Johnson. They've only taken 12 shots in this game. McKaylee too strong. Sacco time. Barrington Hargress, who's got it here. He's scoreless. He does have 4 assists. Found Dak, and Dak couldn't finish, but gets
for it around the basket. Do that, but kickouts to the baseline or the wings will be open for the Buffaloes.
Second foul, by the way. Bengat Dak, 7-footer from Lincoln, Nebraska, is good on both. And he defensively, he's really effective. Nearly had a takeaway there. The skip for McCarty to knock down a 3. Of 8 from 3-point range. Hargis is skip. Sanders attacks on a reverse. Backs it out for Fleming's late shot clock. Dak a switch. Fleming's a bounce. Sacco a jam. And Fleming's no look. McCarty finally let it go and airballed it. Showed 2 on Sharp. He found Sacco. The cut from McCarty right down Broadway. And then McCarty saves it at this end of the floor. And another extra possession for Houston.
Player retention, player development. Okay, Mercy Miller, young man from Notre Dame High School in the Los Angeles area, continues.
A little more crock pot than air fryer here in Houston. Dak short, followed his own miss very athletically.
Yeah, but Tad Boyle is battling right now. If he can retain a majority of these young players on this Buffalo team, look for them to make a big. Let's continue to compete, play as hard as we can, and then lock back into the game plan.
Between Tulsa and Wake Forest.
Yeah, and right next to him also Bill Greer, who also was a head coach at
Well defended by Johnson. Douglas takes himself to the cup. Points per game. Dak flash to that spot you've been talking about for the Buffs. Dak underneath, gets the roll.
And there's the balance, the pass to the rim.
Late shot clock, Mercy Miller to contact and gets it to go.
First basketball. And I asked him, I said, what did you take away from your time in the NBA? You spent 6 years in the NBA. Okay, it's like drop coverage or to ice ball screens. He goes, that's stuff I had seen, but I didn't really know how to teach it. And what I love about Houston Cougars program.
Illegal screen drawn there by Emmanuel Sharp.
And then little things like
halftime for the Cougars. Uzan for McCarty. Got it. Dynamite.
As dangerous as can be in March.
Flip side, Colorado trying to get a good start to the second half. Hasn't been there. And let's continue Miles Simon memory lane programming right now. Father Mark
said, you know you're getting old when you start coaching against the Suns. He said, I coach Samson.
Samson out on the Palouse. Now here in Houston with Tugler spinning for his second bucket. Trying to get in rhythm. The UC Riverside transfer. Nice spin move for 2.
Really good by Hargis. He's a guy that
died, and that's saying something because he was great there. Second leading scorer in the Big West last year at 20 points per game. Sharp cannon
to the basket, take away the drive.
Houston's all-time leader in made threes as Dak
for Maccabi. So I met his dad 25 years ago when I was living over there.
Late shot clock here for Tugler, who got by Dak. It up and tossed it to him, coming back onto the defensive end. Rachi took the contact, and the baseline Jay's good. Tugler, Uzan, drop off, Sinak lays it in.
Top of the key, and then having cutters off of the big. That was excellent execution.
Hargis swirls one out. Hey, no.
Johnson's got to be aggressive.
Right on cue, Isaiah Johnson all the way to the flash from Sinak. Elbow jumpers pure.
Yeah, like Rick Barnes used to teach like LaMarcus Aldridge that high release point. Sinak has kind of that same thing. Look at that pass.
Pogo stick, Ben got it.
Discouraged by this, okay? Like you knew you were going to run into a buzzsaw with the Cougars today, and there's that high release again, soft touch. But what I love from Tad Boyle's team is like they're showing a lot of fight. They're showing more toughness here in the second half. But man, the progress, their best win of the year against Iowa State, it's night in and night out. It's such great competition, great coaching, great players in this league.
But yet you pick up this experience going up against the best teams in the league. Holland 2 and a foul.
Takes what the game gives him night in and night out. Okay? 7 assists, 0 turnovers. Then as he adds like more strength and his body matures, man, this is a very high ceiling for Kingston Flemings in the NBA. I think they care about winning.
Isaiah Johnson between the legs, nifty handle and finish from high ball screen for Flemings. Shut off by Johnson. Got to the mid-range.
Shoulder him into him twice, and on the second one created enough separation at 15 feet as Ronchik shows the range right there. He turned 19 till the summer, so still a young guy. Getting in the weight room, being able to get that upper body.
Isaiah Johnson. Tab Boyle says though he's got the mindset, the competitiveness to kind of overcome. Milos Uzan to the basket. Up 25, you get T. And then dangerously close to having 0 head coaches. But Uzan behind the back. Finds the cutting Miller. Got to get it up. He does. No good. And a rebound down. They've assessed the foul to Emmanuel Sharp. So that's coming in their win against TCU in early February. And Sanders is good on both. Kingston Fleming's back into the game. Corner kick, Uzan. Yes, sir.
Getting the flare screen to seal the defender in.
Uzan's got 21. Offensive foul, Sebastian Ronchik.
We're competing against ourselves, so how can we get better? There he tries to split. Good defense by the Buffaloes.
Johnson poked it away and lays it in.
But his looking score, and Fleming's only having 9 points, but he has eight assists.
Tugler got bumped and fouled by Sanders.
Like offensive rebounding, some people it's ingrained in them to just naturally aggressive, but some guys you have to teach to.
Fleming's attacks. Sharp extra pass, Uzan. Got it! McKaylee the face up. Spinning on Tugler. No, Sanders hard fall. Tugler off the bounce. JoJo Tugler gets fouled by McKaylee on the line.
You a wrestling guy?
For the company I am,
I'm more of like a Hulk Hogan, Iron Sheik, Andre the Giant. That was my time growing up.
Yeah, I'm right there with Hargis. Working on Fleming's tough take for Barrington. Hard 5 of 6 from 3. Late shot clock. Tugler off the bounce and foul on the floor. Can't hit, too strong, and Fleming soared for the rebound. Sharp wants it in transition, gets it in transition, and got wrapped up. Enjoyed talking with Emmanuel Sharp yesterday.
He was awesome.
He said, I needed toughness when I came to. He knew what being a good practice player was. Well, he's grown so much over his 5 years here.
Yeah, and what the funny thing is,
Too tall if there is such a thing for him. Flemings navigates. Strong finish, swirls home, but Kingston, Fleming, Sharp, McCarty, and Tugler, the 5 on the floor for the Cougars. Uzan wants a 3. Around and out. Things in a 30-point game like this. And because it comes back to some of the other moments of the season, I mean, they're still talking.
Chance for them to try to tie or win that game. And Coach Sampson, he's obviously been in thousands of games. He knows.
Sharp. Straight on. Yes! Manuel Sharp for 3, and Houston hunting over 4 times the whole afternoon. Johnson spinning, crafty, right hand high finish. That is gorgeous.
Come on.
19 for Isaiah Johnson. Uzan around Johnson to the basket, and Milos Uzan.
I know that McCarty gets the block there, but Tugler, really, if they want to go deep run and play for that national championship, timing on the block shot.
Felix Caceres playing for Colorado. Baseline drive, nicely done by Caceres. D2 a game for Arkansas, going up against Florida, top the conference. And then we cap the night with number 9, your 97 national championship team.
Yeah, I've kind of been holding this just until I got to see Houston in person. Maybe the bigs that we have, but they do the dirty work. Tugler and Sinak are A.J. Bramlett and Bennett Davison.
For the number 5 team in the country, they put 7 in double figures for the